And good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be playing the Soviet 4.0 and 4.3 tanks today, starting with the KV-1S, T-34 STZE, and the T-34 57. We are on Eastern Europe. I'm going to be taking out the T-34 ESTZ first. It does have a nice 76mm gun, higher penetration than the 76 on the 1942, also a wider shell variety. Now I've just gotten this the other day, and it is not thoroughly researched, the crew is not spaded, nothing. So we will be rushing towards C to help our team capture it. You will be noticing me rushing towards more and more capture points because my mission today, given by War Thunder to get those tickets to help get boosters and such, it is achieve base capture streak. So we are capturing C here right now, and we will be then going to B. As you can see, our team is already capturing it. At this point, I was not sure if we would be able to get there in time. Turned out we were going to be a little bit late.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Now, as you can see there, I did slide a bit, and that was a mistake by not continuing to go forward and get behind cover. As you see, I got hit, took out my driver, and my turret drive also set on fire. Hit the fire extinguisher too late, and was taken out by a T-34. Next is the 1S, which unlike your KV-11 has the ZIS-5 76mm gun, like on the KV-1 ZIS-5. The turret does not have as much armor. Now I'm thinking, okay, get back into the fray, get right back up into B.
Our victory is near.
I changed my mind almost what would be at the last second before committing, and decide to flank a little bit towards the right. I see we're trying to push that way, and maybe I can help my team out a bit more. Now here I see that Panzer for F2? Yes, F2. Firing on what is a T-34 behind cover. I push up to the corner of the house, and I will be firing on him. His name came up bright red. I could not get a lock on him. I thought he was behind some destructible cover. I just take the blind shot, nothing. I check with the binoculars. He's behind the house. Good on him for using the cover. So I move up and I get a nice flanking shot on that M4 Sherman. I do end up taking him out, but he does hit me and takes out my loader, which doesn't allow me to get a shot on that M18 that came out and blasted me. My teammate there, the F2, good on him. He took him out right after. So we're taking out the 57, but before I jump into the fray, we are going to be taking out a fighter to help our teammate take out the bomber, who
The enemy has most
does
of the
not
strategic zones.
have cover. I do feel bad for him, but it turns out he is in a PBJ, which is a naval B-25 with a 75mm gun. It's a good tank. It's a good tank buster, I should say. Yeah. Bombs plus that 75. Now, the Spitfireman does have machine guns as well as cannons. I am not the best flyer, so I get some decent hits, but I'm not able to take him out. As you can tell by the sound, I've run out of cannon ammunition as we were flying over. Not so much damage taken to the Spitfire as of yet. as well as it is a very, very maneuverable plane. You get the kill assist. I still got some time, so I'm figuring I'll loop back around and I will try to soften up some of the lighter targets. Those tracers coming at me are from a Warblewind, the German anti-air. 420 millimeters, and I make the mistake of going head on to him. He does take me out, but I was still awarded the Safe and Sound Fighter, and also the Adamant Award. Now, I do want to say right now that those people that do take out the fighters, and they're done either protecting their bomber or shooting down the enemy bomber, and they just go and they decide just to ram the ground right near a soft target or onto the soft target. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, you're a piece of crap. Play the game. Don't be a fucking, sorry for the language, don't be a jackass. They're trying hard. They're trying to have fun playing the game. If they shoot you down, take it like a man. Don't ram. Also, don't cut out in front of your allies. I was trying to get up to help. What happened there is I'm pretty sure I got hit by an artillery shell. Thankfully, it just took out my driver and damaged my engine. I do stay in one spot too long, but with the damaged engine, it's hard to get up to speed. Another artillery strike takes out my track. My engine's still damaged. So I'm trying to get a lock. I'm trying to defend myself. Get a good hit on the KV-1. Not much I can do. I'm down to 2 crew. My loader's gone. I just got my gunner and my driver. He takes me out. Gun on him. That is the end of this battle for me. Well, actually, KV-1 did not take me out. The M18 there did. So we head back to the garage, jump into another battle, which will be on the map of Japan. I do not like this map, so do not come and ask me for advice on how to play it. The way that I usually play it when I get spawned on the north, which it will be, is I go to the right spawn. As you can see, I just got my adjustment of fire for the KV. I believe it was the KV or it was the T-34. So, we're jumping here, and I'm going to spawn, like I said. We're on the north spawn. I'm going to take the right spawn so I can get towards B and towards A in a reasonable amount of time. I don't go towards C so much. It's just not my preference unless I have to go there. So right away we're going to be taking out the 1S again. Notice my loadout, I'm just taking the APCHE, the fuse rounds, which overall are a very good round. They have good penetration values and a nice explosive charge. So right away we'll be going towards B. I like to head to that capture point first because it's the centralmost, overlooking both bases. Now, getting to B from the northern spawn, you have to go up the hill there. You get a little bit of cover with the rocks, and then you have to bust through a wall and then go up some stairs. As far as I can tell, there's not an easier way to do it. Keep an eye on to your right, because we got some good overlooks there with a little hill. As you will see, me coming up the stairs here, I could have hung back, got a shot on the Panzer 4G, but I made the mistake. I kept pushing out. He took out my gunner there, my turret drive, and my
Attention to the designated grid square.
oh, excuse me, my I keep forgetting my name right now. Sorry about that. But I set him on fire. He doesn't seem too worried about that. He just puts a shot with that 75 right through my front. Good on him. My mistake. We'll be taking out the SDZ, and as you can see, I get rid of my HE and put on more APC. Or APHE. Unless you're hitting soft targets a good amount of the time, I don't recommend bringing HE.
Most of the strategic zones are captured.
Like I said earlier, I had just gotten most of these, and I haven't played Russians for a while. So it's a bit slower than my 1942 or my 1941. I'm trying to get a shot on that F2 there. Teammate takes him out, and I noticed that there was another enemy up there. It's a Dicker Max. Very dangerous enemy. I get a good green light. Miss. Don't know if it hit the rock, went wide, whatever. I'm not paying attention, and see that he has been taken out.
The enemy has most of the strategic zones.
Somewhere, or he was taken out. I didn't see that. I gave a pot shot, and I wasted a shot.
Attention to the map.
As we're going back up to B, I noticed that there's an enemy there that we're fighting back and forth for it. I do see him. It's a Cromwell. Now, I can't rush out in front of him. Turns out he had his gun faced towards where I would. I thread the shot straight through the opening between the corner of the building and the statue, and I hit his ammo. Try to take out that Stug. He gets behind cover. Now, I do make a mistake by leaving my side completely open to him in a little bit. I shouldn't have done that, giving the Stug 75mm. I give him a great shot as I'm trying to get a shot on that T-34. But we are just playing for fun. So, you can see the Stug hits me, knocks out my crew. I wasn't also expecting him to get up on the ridge. Coming out within 57. I see we've taken B. We've taken A. And we're jumping into an air battle to try and defend our friend. Now, in the F6F Hellcat, I do know it's got good armor and decent firepower. But I went head-to-head with a BFW 109. He has a 20mm cannon. As I veered off to avoid a collision, my guess is the cannon round hit the wing, sheared it off. Now I stop here instead of continuing forward, try and kick out that Hellcat in the air. Machine guns go out, but it gave the sound of just reloading. So I continued to try. Nothing. I try to get the cannon lined up. No chance. And he crashes. So we go. I see we're capturing C. We have B on lockdown, and we're going to go to A. Now, up here, we got some enemies in the village there, and I didn't notice. I hadn't really paid attention as to what. I thought it was a medium tank and a heavy tank. Well, I was right. There was a medium tank who is not on the map anymore, and there's a heavy tank over the ridge. Past our KV-1 friend, and there's a Hellcat with us that's going to try to provide some support. Now, his shot misses, don't know what he was aiming at. I come around the corner. And I see that there is a not too dangerous vehicle, but I maintain calm. Took out my track. One shot, machine gun, try to distract. Wait for the quick reload, and second shot gets him. Wait for the track repair, nice and quick. Get back out there. Notice that there is a Churchill 7 up on the ridge. That's a dangerous opponent from the front. A lot of armor. With the 57's penetration, I'm going to try and flank around. I see the Panzer III. I tried to get a shot on him. He eventually goes behind the cover. I can't get the shot, so I decide I'm going to flank the Churchill. Well, that medium tank that had taken A before was that Panzer IV F2. He went off our map and went way behind the lines. No one had seen him, and he got a good shot into my open rear flank. So that was my last tank, and we jump out onto our next battle. And every so often, when you're just battling, grind to get money, RP, what have you, remember every so often, stop in your hangar. Get your research things. Select what you're going to research next. So now we're on Sinai. I really do like this map, especially coming from the southern spawn. I usually take the right spawn area and go towards A. I like that a bit better because once you take it, you can get up on the hill, you can provide supporting fire to B. I don't go to C. That's my preference. I don't like the open terrain. They're too easy to get shot, especially early game. And B to me is usually a slugfest early game, just like the C on Abandoned Factory. Now we'll be taking out the STZ again. Now, spawning in, we're going to head towards A. Remember, always wait a little bit. Some people will spawn in behind you. You won't see them. They won't see you. Maybe a slow internet connection on someone's part. We bump tracks. I take the left side. He's gone to my right. Now, when going towards A, you'll notice the hill there. I like to stay low of it. It provides cover to my left side from anyone going up towards B. He is going a little bit high on the hill. Granted, he's still below the crest, but I think that is still a bit dangerous. Now, coming forward, I see my team is firing on a point there in A that is being captured by our opponent. So, pushing forward, I'm not seeing anything. I see they're firing straight ahead, so I give out a pot shot. Nothing, so I push forward. I then see what the one teammate was firing on that was up on the hill. It was a KV-1 and a T-34. So, luckily, I got got out just after they fired during the reload, or they didn't notice me. Got behind the rock and then pushing up. I see it not too. I try to get a shot on him because it's a dangerous opponent with their 75mm anti-tank gun. And they are very mobile on that tracked truck chassis, I suppose. So I go up, follow that KV-1, come behind him and go off to the right. I pulled back because of the artillery fire. A couple days ago I was working on my Americans, and every single time I was in an artillery strike, one landed right on the top of my turret and just obliterated me. So as we're going up, I'm going around our KV-1S, and I'm trying to dance a little bit with the enemy, try and get them to either push forward, overextending themselves, or to take a pot shot so that KV-1 on my team can move up and blast. Now that Panzer III, not the most dangerous of enemies, but I still try to use the rocking of my take to get my gun depression lower. I take that shot, it misses. My second shot connects right through the turret now. Now he does take out my cannon breach, which can be dangerous, but as you can see there, I didn't have to worry about a misfire, and my shot did connect straight up. Now I'm trying to tangle with that KV-1. Not happening. I pushed back, seeing that Panzer 3M. I bust through the building, but I didn't realize that there would be that little hump there after it had fallen down. Some don't have that, and my engine got taken out. I was stuck on fire. And at that point, there was nothing I could do, especially with my KV-1's this 5 firing at me. That's a good 76mm gun. So we take out the 57 next.
Allied forces have captured a zone. If we don't do something fast, the enemy will win.
So as we're moving up, I'm not going to go the same way I was. In fact, I'm going to try and get some shots on that Panzer 3. Well, that is a destructible building. You can't shoot through it. I don't know if my shot went high or what. Or maybe it just didn't go through. Sometimes that happens with the lower calibers. So I'm going around, coming around the rock. And I see that KV-1. Well, I'm trying to get some shots on that, what was it, the Natu there, and I can't. So, I get a good shot on the KV-1. Notice it was green. The 57 has a good amount of penetration. I pulled back, seeing that he was about to fire, hits the rock, and then we get a nice good shot through the front. Takes out his driver as a machine gunner there, and also his commander, I believe, or injures his commander. As you can see, I'm trying to be very, very fine right there so I can get the right shot. Penetrate the front of that turret, going through, taking out the rest of his crew. You gotta be careful when you're going against T-34 57. Yes, it doesn't have nearly as much explosive potential in the shell as the T-34s with the 76s or the KV-1s or the Shermans or the Panzers, but it's got a quicker reload rate. It's still got a good shell. It'll go through more armor than the other 75s or 76s. So we're coming around. I forget that there is a heavy tank on the hill, probably KV. He fires, takes out my gun. I should have stuck behind that rock. I didn't. Natu takes me out. I thought he would have been more focused on that KV. So we take out the 1S. I see that we're starting to crack down on B and C. So I'm going to say or A and C. So I'm going to try and go towards B. Because I noticed, okay, we're losing. We're in a bad spot here. We just stabilized our situation. Let's try and make it better. I've not given up. I know it's a lot of people at this point give up. Now, before I continue pushing, we're going to be taking out an attacker. It's all well and good. Okay, one enemy, two enemy. Crap. I'm an attacker. I'm not very maneuverable. And no one comes to help me. I do want to point out, if you do see an ally and he's going up an attacker and he has two enemy fighters on him, help. If you have the ability, help. Got taken out by a Whirlwind. Thankfully, it wasn't one of those fighters. The Whirlwind, I didn't notice, and he sawed off my wing with those quad 20mm. I see we're taking B. I'm not going to be able to get there in time, and I see A is under attack. So I'm pushing up. I'm going to try and crest the hill, get down, get some good side shots in. Now, I'm crossing open terrain. Yes, I'm in a heavily armored vehicle, but still, you gotta watch yourself. That's why you see me keeping a close eye on the ridge towards their spawn. Now, as I'm turning, I'm getting closer to the ridge. I turn my turret because I see on the map there's some blips. It's a Nah 2. He misses. He overled me. Otherwise, he would have had a kill there. He brings down behind the ridge. Thankfully, I just lob it just barely over and hit him. I took out a good chunk. I took out his driver, his commander, and his loader. I was waiting for him to pop back over. But him being that thin-skinned vehicle, he's not going to. We are going to have another light-skinned vehicle, the Whirlwind, and I get a good shot on him. I take out his gunner and his loader as he's pulling back. And as I'm cresting that hill, I made the mistake of exposing my lower glacis at not that strong of an angle. So that T-34 went through it very easily. That's the end of that. So we're heading back to the hangar. That's about all that we have for battles today. I will try and get out a video again, showcasing a little bit before we head out the KV-1S, the T-34-57, and the T-34E STZ. All good vehicles in the right hands. A little show here for you. Maybe next video we'll be taking out our high-tier Germans. Now remember to like and subscribe for more content, and thank you, and have a very nice day.